These footballers must have felt well and truly fucked when they had to cough up millions to pay for the following mistakes they made. Starting with Lionel Messi. Yes, even the best of the best can make horrible mistakes. But in all fairness, the blame for this particular mistake should be shared between Messi and his father. You see, back in 2016, Messi and his father Jorge were found guilty of defrauding Spain of $4.6 million in taxes. This was when Messi was still lighting La Liga on fire and raking in a shitload of money. But it seems to Messi's father that the Spanish government was a bloody slave driver becoming obese off the back of his precious son. How can he be working so hard? And they would be cutting such a huge chunk for taxes. So somehow, Messi's money found its way to tax havens in Belize and Uruguay between 2007 and 2009. And the Spanish tax collectors were like, wait a damn minute. We know Messi is paid crazy sums of money every week. Where the hell is our cut? When they conducted their investigation, they discovered that Messi and his dad were using phony companies to evade taxes. Messi argued that he was just signing documents and didn't know anything about how the finances went since it was his dad who was in charge. Talk about throwing your old man under the bus. The court didn't care for that story, or the fact that at the time he was already 5-time fucking Footballer of the Year, and he and his father were initially convicted of 3 counts of fraud and sentenced to 2 years in jail. But thankfully, under the Spanish system, any jail term under 2 years could be substituted for a financial fine, and in Messi's case, he was fined $2 million. We are pretty sure Messi is reading every line of every document he is signing in America, knowing here they don't give two fucks. This next player made the mistake of drinking the wrong soda and ended up losing a sponsorship of $1.5 million. Ronaldinho, the beloved 3-time world best winner, received standing ovations from rival clubs for his beautiful, beautiful football. He was best known for his time in Barcelona, winning several awards. However, financial and legal problems marred his life at the end of his career. It all began in 2012, when Flamengo couldn't pay his £100,000 wage and reduced it to £24,000 a week, which they couldn't pay. Ronaldinho then signed for Fluminense for £150,000 per month, but left within a short period. He proceeded to Atlético Mineiro with a deal with Coca-Cola. This deal was worth $750,000 per year, and he was signing a 2-year deal with his new club. But what the fuck does Dinho do? Ronaldinho shocked the Coke chiefs by turning up at the press conference for his unveiling and started sipping Pepsi, the arch rival of Coke, without a care in the world. Imagine yourself as a part of the team that worked the sponsorship deal. The shock you would feel as Ronaldinho raised that can of Pepsi to his lips. Even the Coca-Cola marketing chief once said, the fact that the player appeared with a can of Pepsi was the straw that broke the camel's back. And there were rumors emerging that Ronaldinho took a sip from one of the cans during the infamous Q&A session. This error would eventually cost him the sponsorship worth $1.5 million at $750,000 per year. Another player who also made a mistake of defrauding the Spanish tax authorities, with the foolish conviction that he would not be caught, was Javier Mascherano. According to sources, by using businesses established in Portugal and the United States to hide the money he received from his image rights, the then 31-year-old didn't pay taxes amounting to £1.5 million. And unlike his then teammate Messi, he kind of admitted he was partially at fault. Partially or fully. We already know that the Spanish courts don't give a shit, especially when it comes to their taxes. Mascherano was sentenced to 2 years in jail, but luckily for him and every other rich individual in Spain, they can escape jail if they can afford the fine. Following a brief appearance in court, he agreed to pay an €800,000 fine, legal expenses, and nearly €200,000 in interest. That is a combined total of over €1 million for an easily avoidable mistake mistake. Ouch. Mascherano acknowledged the plea deal in a tweet on X. Here is a look at a summarized translation. I'm a sporting professional. I don't have a great understanding of tax and legal matters. Therefore, to deal with technical and complicated matters for me, I have to rely on other people. He also stated that he reserved the right to sue these other people who provided him with improper financial advice, a step no one can fault him for taking, really. Ronaldo would also be justified if he decided to sue his bodyguard for putting him in an uncomfortable situation that ended up costing him millions. Ronaldo is not new to mistakes when it comes to driving cars. He once had an accident driving his Ferrari during his early Manchester United career. In fact, the car was so totaled many feared he was dead. He apparently wasn't, but this time around he was holidaying with his family when news of his $3 million Bugatti Veyron crashing and damaging another person's property reached him. Ronaldo must have thought, what the fuck is going on? The Bugatti people didn't tell me I bought a self-driving car. Later, authorities said that Ronaldo's employee, who they think is one of his bodyguards, was the one driving the high-end sports car when it went off the road and hit a stone wall that was covering a neighbor's property, and they confirmed that nobody was seriously hurt in the crash, although the dog was completely shocked. Yes, we didn't just add that for dramatic effect. The neighbor's dog was home and was really shaken up by the crash. Ronaldo, however, took the responsibility of paying for the damages and car repairs himself. What a nice boss. Someone who is appearing for a second time is Messi, who made another mistake that cost him his $11 million illegal home in Ibiza. The Inter Miami skipper is well known to throw it down in Ibiza often with family, so instead of constantly having to travel to and fro, he made the money-saving decision to buy a place in Ibiza permanently for his family to stay whenever they are around in the luxurious city. This home cost over $11 million. The problem was, this was an illegal property. What? Yeah, the original owner didn't get the necessary documents before building the house and selling it to Messi. The house, which is a 16,000 square meter property with a large garden, a 100 square meter swimming pool, and other fucking expensive stuff like those, is now being demolished. At least part of it, according to the explanation provided. It seems the former owners decided to extend the house without getting an important permit, and the extension was 2 additional rooms, which became the source of the headache Messi has to suffer by himself. But this is what he pays his lawyers for, so he left the situation to them to handle. Mistakes in investment is a story almost all footballers would be able to tell really well, because of the personal experiences they have had. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic's mistake cost him about $22 million. Fuck, yeah, we know. Zlatan decided to own a clothing brand. Big mistake. With so much money and fame, this should be a walk in the park. The company AZ was founded in June 2016 by Zlatan in collaboration with the Varna Fashion Group. Zlatan's company hoped to enter into an already saturated market and compete with the fucking major brands. They must have laughed. Not that it was impossible to succeed, but with good planning and proper marketing, there are really few businesses that wouldn't pick up eventually. However, according to reports, Zlatan's business, which had reasonable potential, was unable to succeed due to high production costs. Clearly, because of this high cost of production, their company tried to make some profit by selling at a very high rate. In fact, fans couldn't even buy the boxers because they were so fucking expensive. Fuck, we didn't try to buy it. We are just in pain. Despite Zlatan promoting the brand at every opportunity he got, the mistake had been made, and fans didn't buy the clothing. He got so desperate at one point, he offered them 50% off. It still failed to attract fans. You begin to ask yourself, was the product that shitty or was the price just too high? Finally, the Zlatan had to back down from this fight and close down after 2 years of efforts and resources, losing over $22 fucking million. Before you decide to weep blood for these guys, note that they recovered those millions in a matter of weeks, max months. We are also not saying fuck 'em, because they are humans too. Nobody is happy losing money. We are happy that you are viewing our channel. Subscribe and check out this next video.